And we are live. What's up, everybody? I'm Jay from Leprechaun TV, and you are tuning in to another episode of The Hot Seat, where we light the fire underneath our guests and give them the hottest show on Thursdays across YouTube. And this week's guest, we have Brian from Level Up Cleveland. What is up, brother? How you doing?
Pretty good, man. What's up, Lep? Thanks for having me, dude.
Cheers, man.
It's water for me tonight.
Uh-oh. Must have had a rough one last night.
I've had some rough ones lately. But what's up, man?
Okay, man. So we got a lot of people in here waiting for us. Sorry to be late. We had to go through some some technical things through StreamYard and his camera and lighting and stuff. So we got it all straightened away. We're good. You guys could hear them. I could hear them. Looks like we are going to have a good show here. We already got Joey from Square Table Degenerates podcast, Cleveland in the house, sending the $2.16 super chat. Thank you, brother. Cheers. So tell the people where you're born, where you're from, a little bio about yourself, a little backstory, and
I was born in Cleveland, West Side. I was born over there by Jefferson Park, Mohegan Park area, West Park area. Grew up there. Was in a few bands when I was early on in my life. I did a couple when I was like 17. I started into the music thing. Then I had a few kids, so I got out of the music thing for a while. And kids are all grown up now. I got grandkids and stuff like that. So after a couple in 2007, we ended up getting into some more music. Got into a few more bands and ended up building a studio. And recently we decided we wanted to get into podcasting. So we built another studio and we started doing the Level Up Cleveland podcast. And that's where we're at now, man.
Yeah. So bands. All right. Yeah. Usually this show, we talk about a lot of cooking, you know what I mean? Stuff
cook,
like that.
I can cook.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll get into that. But where I met you was through the band scene, the garage band scene. I knew of you growing up, never hung out with you, maybe crossed paths in a bar somewhere, maybe, right. Something like that. But so it was around, what was that, 2005, 6, 5, 6, 7?
7 is when I got into that Smoke and Mirrors band with Will and Twan and Wayne. And that was when it all kind of started. We actually played that party you're talking about. That was the one out there in Ashland at the barn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, we were in some bands and we were doing some parties. And then, as a matter of fact, that I was going to have you cook one of these parties. Actually, I asked. That wasn't that long ago. That was like and then I ran into it again.
Pre-pandemic.
Right. That was like right before it. Yeah, and then
before. I mean, it was like days before we shut down.
That sucks.
Yeah.
But, that would have been.
Are you going to get back into that? Yeah. Hosting it?
Yeah, so now that we have the podcast, and the podcast is doing pretty good. So now that we have this, I think it'll be a lot easier to promote something like those parties that we were throwing because they're big, and we're selling tickets for it. And we have the cooking, we have steaks usually at the party, and then try to get some good bands there. Some real good. Some last year we were going to have, I think it was Sabbath, Priest, Sugar Mountain, and Fallout, 3 really good bands. And if we do it again, I would expect, more of the same or even if better, I don't know.
And you're trying to make it a Friday, Saturday lineup, correct?
I don't know. I may just do like a Saturday thing again, like I always used to. That last time I did it, I might have overreached on that one because it was logistically, it was really hard to keep people on site, provide bathrooms and showers and just the amenities and stuff that you just can't supply it and it's a turnoff to a lot of people, especially people our age.
Yeah, true. Yeah, when we were younger, 2007, yeah, it was nothing. I mean, we were sleeping in the back of pickup trucks, and
yeah. No, for real.
we didn't care.
Things just change, and so yeah. I mean, I can do a lot in one day though. I've done that. Always did that. I think I've thrown 6 or 7 major parties now, and every time they've been one dayers, and they've been really, really good. But yeah, I would definitely have you cook the next one.
Yeah.
Thanks. But yeah, I watched this show. I watched this show. I've seen this show probably a dozen times. I've been watching the Hot Seat. It's a good show. It's fun.
Yeah, it's we got some great family in the chat, man. They're going buck wild over there already. Everybody's showing the love, but I appreciate everybody coming out.
Yeah, man, a lot of people on here. You think there'll be a Browns game Saturday? Is there any chance of them playing now?
Well,
they don't have a quarterback.
Today's Thursday, and we gained another 5 people for the COVID list.
And they don't have a quarterback. That really hurts.
Yeah, we could gain another 5 tomorrow, another 5 Saturday, and during the game we might have some people leaving. I don't know, man. It's pretty crazy. If you watched the Cavs game last night, the Houston Rockets coach left middle of the game because he tested positive for COVID.
These are all vaccinated people. These are all vaccinated people.
Right. And right in the middle of the game. So that means he was exposing everybody, even the fans. When
you're vaccinated, you don't know if you have it. You're not showing the symptoms.
True that.
But anyway, so
Joey here, he's huge Browns fan.
Yeah.
Wants 2-week pause on games. That would be awesome, because right now all we're doing is just passing it back and forth. It seems like in the sports world, them guys are in close contact with each other on a daily basis. You know what I mean?
They're sitting on each other just and screaming face to face in the bottom of them piles and spilling on it. Yeah, definitely, man. And it's you just got to figure it's just going to keep getting worse. This stuff just keeps spreading. So whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it figures though the Browns are the worst in the NFL. It's perfect. It's perfect. Exactly. Right. Of course, that's the way it is.
Billy says hi.
Who's that, Hoke?
No, that's Wayne's cousin, Billy Contle.
Oh, what's up, dude?
Yeah. He knew, he seen it. Oh shit, got you on.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
So, yeah. So back to Smoke and Mirrors. 2007.
Yeah.
We were all hanging out, having a good time and shit. And what was one of your favorite songs? Out of that set list and all the years that you guys were together? Well, what were you together? 2-3 years?
About 2 years, yeah, 2.5 years, probably something like that.
All right.
I would say it was one of the AC/DC tunes. It was probably like "Let There Be Rock." I really like, or "A Whole Lot of Rosie." I really like doing those 2 songs a lot. They were a lot of fun. Any AC/DC was fun, but I really like those 2.
Right. And that was more your guys's like you guys, your sound was almost the same. You know what I mean? Like you guys could have actually been an AC/DC tribute band.
Well, Will went on to be Angus Young in Bonfire after we broke up.
Bonfire.
Yeah. He was Angus Young in that band. So yeah, he was great, man. He was the dynamic of the band for sure. I thought so.
Joey wants to know Joey Edibles wants to know where you went to high school.
We ain't got enough time. I went to 2 of the ones you got down there right now. Actually, I went to 2 of those. I started off going to St. Ed's. I made it there for 2.5 years. Actually, I made it to St. Ed's, and then I was transferred. We'll say from there.
So Marshall,
Lakewood.
Oh, Lakewood. Okay.
Yeah, I made it to Lakewood. I met a lot of cool people in Lakewood. It was very good that I went there. I made it almost a full year probably there. Between two school years though, like half of one, half the other. I think that's how it was. Then I was transferred to Marshall and met a lot of interesting people going to John Marshall. And then I was transferred to Fairview High School at the end, and that's where it all ended. Yep. So those are my high schools. I have met a lot of people through those years, though. It was a good time. And if any of you guys are watching, how you guys doing? Somebody out there I went to high school with is watching right now. Somebody. I went to a lot.
Well, do you remember Joe Varell? We're about the same age.
Very familiar name. Yeah. Man, why is that so familiar?
Yeah.
Was he from
he grew up on 98th in Lorraine, West Boulevard area, or West Boulevard, not 98th, West Boulevard. Okay. In Lorraine, over by the St. Ignatius and Antioch.
Yeah, by the elementary school there.
Yeah.
Not really.
He's what's crazy, man, is he knows all the same people we know and grew up with, and I don't remember crossing paths with him either. You know what I mean? But now we're like thick and thin. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like we're back in high school. Like we're back in high school. Like we just graduated. You know, it's the summer after graduation and shit. You know, we're going to see fucking Aerosmith and shit. You know?
Oh yeah, dude. Hey, did this guy just call me Joey Fatone on a hot seat?
What do you do?
Who is it? Hobo Nicole Barbecue Testing Laboratory. He says, I think it's cool. That guy Joey Fatone. That's great, dude. Oh, that's good stuff, man. Oh my god.
Oh shit. Oh, cooking with Steven and Jacqueline's here tonight. How you doing? That's my great moderators that dropped the link. Scooter Too Cool's in the house. BFB, I hope you're doing good, man. I know you just had knee surgery. I hope everything's going good. We got Bobby Canton in the house. Gina's in the house. Madwood, Daddy Dutch, Blake TV. Yeah, man, they're all showing up to hear some Cleveland stories, you know.
Yeah,
so you guys know his podcast, if you go check it out, he's had my uncle's band on there and another band, right? What was their name?
I've had a bunch of bands. I've had Cursed, Fallout, Sugar Mountain. I've had a band named Camel Butter. Camel Butter was pretty interesting.
Yeah, Camel Butter.
Cool. Very cool guys. Super cool. Right. I actually just did an interview that just came out last week. That one was with a studio called Signal Flow, and those guys do like a band called Tropidelic. I don't know if you ever heard of Tropidelic. They're like a reggae hip hop type thing, but pretty popular band. Oh. They do them and a couple other pretty big like rap artists and stuff. We try to do everything. Like you know, like my definitely go to is a metal type thing. I'm a metal guy without a doubt, but when we decided to do this podcast, we decided that if it's going to be about Cleveland, it just needs to be about everything, and really like not even like just music, like comedians. We'll get some comedians on there. We'll get some anybody really that has a good story to tell, honestly, and you're from the area. And when I say from Cleveland, I kind of am pretty liberal about that area. It could be Sandusky, it could be the islands, it could be PA. Well, no. It could be up to the border of PA, but we're not letting anybody from PA come.
No, we don't go up north and we don't go east.
Right, man, that ain't happening. But you know, and it's down south, it's Columbus, I guess I would let you know. But I guess anywhere. I just want to have good people on, and it's a lot of fun. We've actually had some really good shows, interesting stories people got to tell. Man, that's the thing, man. No matter what, I think reality TV proved that anybody can be a star. And so that, you know, like you just get these people on there, and you might not know who they are because they're in a local band basically. But man, dude, they start talking, and some of the stories these guys tell, and it's hilarious. Honestly, your uncle's episode is probably my favorite. Still, was that was literally the very first time I ever did a real interview with anybody ever, and that interview went great. It was great. It's hilarious. I mean, that is a funny interview, and so that was one of my favorite interviews for sure. But yeah, cool. It's really going well. We got it. We're booking some bigger bands now and some bigger acts right now. We're trying to book right now a band called Sunless Sky, very big down up here, metal band, and a couple other bands, Bittersweet Revenge. But yeah, we're doing really well with it, man. It's going well. If you guys are into any kind of from Cleveland or anything, it's definitely worth a watch. We put a lot into it. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I got a few comedians that probably would love to do the show.
That's great.
If you don't know any, I know a few.
I know a few, but I definitely don't know enough to say I know too many. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So Joey Edibles, the Square Table Degenerates podcast, his buddy Anthony Mayo is like screaming through the ranks in Cleveland, man. He just booked a gig at Hilarities.
Oh, that's great. That's what I don't even care if you booked a gig at Hilarities. That's like bonus to me. If you think you're funny enough to be a comedian, I'll have you on and try out. I think anybody can be good on, I'm finding that out right now is, I've done about 8 interviews now, and I'm finding out that everybody's a good interview if you just know how to talk to people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. One thing you don't want is dead silence. You definitely want some kind of flow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you got to keep it going. Like our thing was to keep a bunch of them in the bank for a while before we started releasing them. And that way, if somebody got sick or something, we fell behind a week. It wasn't going to be like we couldn't put out an episode. So we're pretty good on the episodes. But yeah, like you said, you can't have too many, man. You just can't have too many. Never.
Joey's saying that that Anthony Mayo is the opener at Hilarities this weekend.
That's cool, man.
Cool.
I would love to have him on. I mean, anything like that. I would love it, man.
Right. Here's Hobo again.
What he said is totally true, man. What he said is totally true. Like if you're somebody that's on that show, if you're having your own show, you better be able to, make it interesting. I mean, nobody wants to watch a shitty show.
That's correct. And that's one thing I thrive on is quality over here over quantity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that plus it's the other thing besides that is it's important. I mean, I know you just got sick. That's different, but it's important to do these, when you got to do them every week. Can't miss them. You can't. I mean,
believe me, if it wasn't a throat injury, I would have definitely been there. I just couldn't fucking talk or swallow.
That's what I'm saying. Right. This is like one of those exceptions, but people that miss them because they just don't feel like doing it. And there's a lot of them kind of. I see that a lot. They don't make it. You're not going to have a good one.
Hey, my buddy
Martin.
I don't know. We got a guy in the stands that actually has every quarterback's name on the back of his jersey, and it goes down like a cape.
Amazing,
we can pull it off. We can pull that Testaverde off and throw him in, coach.
Put him back on the top. Take him down and put him back on the top of the list. He's the next one. It doesn't matter. I don't think it's gonna matter. Why would you if you're the Raiders at this point? Why would you even want to play us? Like, why do you even want to step up across from us while they're spitting all over you? I mean, come on, man. Like the whole team's infected.
Well, they're looking at it. We're on this huge losing streak, so we need a win. Let's take one for the team.
Yeah, that's true. They are, man. I know. It's just so our luck, dude. They're so ripe for the picking right now. and we're just decimated by a disease that nobody's even getting sick by. Them dudes, every single one of them dudes says none of them are feeling any symptoms because they're all vaccinated, but none of them are playing. So, what are you gonna do? It's just I just sound like a Cleveland fan bitching. That's what I sound like.
At the end of the day, it's like you can't say shit because you do fall into that stereotype.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Hey, my buddy Dave's about to take off. He's got a weekly question that he asks. What is your favorite thing to cook, and what is your least favorite thing to cook?
My favorite thing to cook is a dish called barbecue shrimp. It's like a Louisiana dish made with it's like a Cajun dish. I love it, and I like making it. It takes a lot of work to make, so when it's out, it's great. The least favorite thing to cook. My least favorite thing to cook. Shit. I don't know. I like cooking everything, man. I don't know. I like it all. I mean, I guess stuffed cabbage is a lot of work, but I love it when it's done. But it's a lot of work, so I guess we'll go
right. Let somebody else prepare it. I'll eat it.
Roll them up. Yeah,
rolling up other things. We ain't rolling up cabbage.
Yeah, man, that's a lot of work, man. It's like, man, but they're good when they're done. But everything else, I mean, honestly, that's the only thing I like grilling.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, right. And what you got in your bourbon collection?
Right now, all I have in my bourbon collection is some Wild Turkey 101. That's all I got right now, man. That's it.
Really?
Yeah, I had a half a case of Buffalo Trace come in about a month ago, and I destroyed it. So then I end up getting some 101, and that's really low too. So
that's what I'm just sharing it down at the Level Up Cleveland.
No, that's the problem. I haven't been. That's why you see me drinking water today, because I've decided that it might be time for a liver break, because I really put it through some yeah, man.
Wild nights.
Yeah, just really, it's just funny, man. I mean, it's funny. So like, I'll put out a new episode on the podcast, and then I sit around drinking bourbon and watching analytics.
It has to be no fun.
Yeah, you're right.
My buddy, hey, look, squirrel. He said,
right.
"Yeah,
that's true, man. That's exactly the truth, man. That's how I feel about it. So I'm taking a hiatus."
Hobo says liver breaks are for boy bands.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. It sounds good. Eventually, y'all finally, it's time to take a break after a while.
Yeah, I feel you there.
So how you feeling now, man? You feeling better, dude? I mean, is your throat better now? You all the way back?
Yeah. So, there was a 6-day regimen of steroids. 6 the first day, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and by the third day, it had taken the swelling down where I was able to swallow, so I was able to get some food in me. It was hard to keep food and stay hydrated the first 3 days. That's why I finally called back to the urgent care the third day and was like, "Look, man, it's not gotten better. I can't eat or drink, can't swallow."
Did you just throw up and then this all happened, or how'd that happen?
Yeah, violently throwing up, dude. I woke up from a dead sleep with puke in my mouth. That bile, that stomach bile, and it was burning my throat, and I didn't want to spit it out in bed or on the floor, so I had run to the garbage can, and I was like regurgitating like a cat, getting a hairball up. Fucked my throat up, bro.
Oh, dude.
Just the left side too, man. Right around my tonsil, man. It fucked it up, man.
So what, are you drinking? Is that what spawned this, or how did that start?
That Burger King. Yeah, it obviously I was drinking. It was the night of the hot seat 2 weeks ago with Mr. Cast Iron, and I wasn't like wasted or nothing, you know what I mean? But I had just right before the show, man, I had ate that new Italian chicken sandwich from Burger King.
Oh yeah,
I already know that was the wrong thing to do because I don't do
ooh.
good with red sauce.
Italian
You
and
know?
Burger King don't sound good.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
you know now. I mean, what the hell? And it tore you up, huh? Just tore you up.
Yeah.
And with
Mostly the
beer,
stomach bile roached the throat, but then the puking, coughing, and hacking afterwards just inflamed the left side of my throat.
you care whatever was left. It was the end of it after that.
Yeah.
Awesome. This is a
I was
good
able to
cooking.
go back to sleep. I was able to go back to sleep after that, but then once I woke up, no, it was it. That was over.
Yeah, that sucks, man. Especially something
Yeah.
that long. I saw that, dude.
If the guy would have listened to me right off the rip about what I was telling him, he could have put me on steroids that day, and I wouldn't have been, by Sunday, I would have been fine.
Right.
But I waited till Sunday to call, couldn't get the prescription to Monday, so I didn't start that cycle till Monday of the steroids. So come Thursday for the hot seat, I was like, look, man, I don't want to chance it. I'm still a little sore. The swelling's going down. I finally getting water and food in my belly.
Yeah, I saw you was able to put some photos up there for a lunch with Lepto. He was able to at least you made an appearance, even though you wasn't.
Yeah,
there. That's good. Good effort.
Well, the week of
was a good call. So.
Yeah, I took off the week of lunch with Lep, the week of Thanksgiving. So then the following week is when I was sick. So then I was like, all right, cool, whatever. So it's been 2 weeks, and I got to get back into the field before I put that camera on. I got to get back hands on the griddle, you know what I mean? Hands on flipping and doing stuff. So all week I've been cooking on the griddle. I've been making her lunch before she goes to work. Made a egg and cheese sandwich the one day. JoJo's, man, on that. I got the indoor Blackstone griddle, which is electric. Yeah. And it's a titanium top, non-stick top, right? So I threw some frozen JoJo's on there. Boom, some seasoned ones. Man, them things came out killer, man. No oil, no nothing, Well,
because they're already kind of oiled, right? I think they fry those real quick, like a quick fry on those, so you get
and then flash fry,
yeah. So then that's a great idea, man. That's a great idea. Easy to do too, clean. I've watched you use that thing. That thing cleans up nice, man. Real nice.
Real nice. So I started to get this. The more I was cooking on it, I was starting to get this spot right in the middle, like where it would get hot, because the thing goes up to 500 degrees. So it's really burning what's on the top, and it formed this crust that I couldn't get it off with a sponge. I actually had to go get a magic eraser and actually elbow grease that sucker. Yeah.
But it doesn't mess the titanium up at all, though, huh? It's not like
no. That's what I was worried about, man. I had one of the copper ones, and I messed that thing up in like the first week. They said you could use forks and knives in that. No, you can't.
No, that's cool though that thing holds up. I was wondering about that because it looks tough. Plus, it looks like extremely resistant to sticking. I mean, things just slide around on that thing like nothing, man.
Slippery as shit, man. It's like, hey, man, you put an egg on there, a sunny side up egg. Yeah. You try to scoop underneath that thing, you're just pushing the egg.
Yeah, right. And that thing's
you gotta get up underneath there. You gotta have the magic trick, the Bruce Lee spatula.
You gotta even have that noise like, yeah. Like, so that thing's only like a little over $100 or something too, ain't it? It ain't like them things cost a lot, man. They're like $100 dollars.
Yep, 119, I believe, what the store price is, and you can find it cheaper if they got a whole bunch.
Those look good, man.
Walmart, you know what I mean? Walmart will put clearances on stuff. We've already missed that, you know what I mean? But it's 17 inches, comes with that glass hood, goes up to 500. Can't beat it. Got the little. I need a little goalie though, man. I lost a couple JoJo's.
Oh yeah, they just sliding right off of there. Is that what it is? You need like a net.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got the comments blocked.
Billy, because I don't know, because he's probably asking questions that I'm missing over there, or making comments, or he's thinking some comments and he's not putting it in the chat. But I haven't seen much from him. Beard ball. He says beard ball. Have no idea what you're talking about. Beard ball. Oh, instead of the hair ball. Yeah, the beard ball. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Ah.
Funny. And I don't see nothing after that. Jesus crumbly. Hard to please that guy.
Hey, Wayne just, I forgot. Wayne asked me to put the link in.
I sent it to him.
Did you
I
send
sent
it
it
to
to
Wayne?
him.
Because he was like, send me the link. And I was like, well, I didn't have time because I was messing with that camera. So anyway.
I sent it to him. He's got it. Here's the thing is if you're not signed in underneath your Google account, you can't comment. You can watch, but you can't live chat.
Oh yeah. So
you got to be underneath. Yeah, you got to be underneath your Google account to actually pull up. So that's where you come in and you make a name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
so, yeah.
I got a question.
Go ahead, man.
So what happened the day Jerry Garcia passed away?
I don't even understand the question. I don't even understand the question.
So go back to when Jerry Garcia passed away.
What happened in my life? You mean like what happened?
Yeah, what were you doing the day fucking Jerry Garcia passed away?
I think I was laying carpet that day, dude. If I remember, I'm not a big Grateful Dead guy. I gotta be honest, I'm not. So when he died, I was like, but not really. No, that's not true. I believe I was laying carpet when he died. I believe that's when I found out. I think I was doing carpet at the time. It was a while ago.
Yeah. And what did Camel's Cream of Love soup have anything to do with Jerry Garcia's passing?
Oh my God! Now I know what you're talking. The day Jerry Garcia died. These are Wayne comments. Wayne's out there. Yes. Oh, what was that song? So yeah, the day Jerry Garcia died, I wrote a song called "The Day Jerry Garcia Died." Now I remember. We were doing carpet, like I said. I actually was right about that part. And,
I had to just refresh the memory.
Yeah, dude. And what was the other song you said? Something about the cream of something?
Campbell's Cream of Love soup.
Oh, that's what it was. Campbell's Cream of Love. What were the days, man? That was the 90s. Those were great songs. Wow. Yeah, that was the kind of stuff we were writing back then. Still actually, what I do now is you can go to perkalizer.net. I have a bunch of tunes up there that me and this dude Pat Roundtree, he's my partner. He's the one that I do all this with. I do the podcast with him. I do, he does all the controls and all that kind of stuff. But he does all the he's an engineer, a sound engineer. So we have Pro Tools at our other studio, and he can play pretty much all the instruments. We mess around with drums and stuff, and we create these tunes. And they're pretty silly. They're funny. It's what we do. It's perkalizer.net. That's where you can check them out. And that's just another thing we do.
Yeah. Actually, Joey interviewed Right Said Fred. They were on the show.
Really?
Yeah, what? Man, he's had wrestlers, actors.
Yeah, I see that. I see he gets a lot of wrestlers on there. I've actually checked him out too. I've checked out. I'm all over the place. You know what I mean? I checked
right.
it out.
Yeah.
Right Said Fred. That's too sexy for my love, right? That's that song.
Too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
baby.
Wow.
Oh, that's funny.
How do you hook up with that? How do you get that guy on your show? I'd like to get him on my show. That would be fun as hell.
Yeah.
Well, you guys do the Zoom. Like we're getting him live in the studio. I bring him in.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. He reaches out on Twitter. reaches out on Instagram, all their socials. If they have agents, he has to go through an agent before, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, he freaking books the greatest guests. It's crazy.
That's cool. That's great, man. That's super cool. Yeah, I've watched some of this stuff. It's pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, that was a Wayne. There was a Wayner.
Yeah, when you said that about Jerry Garcia, I knew something there. I couldn't put my hat. I couldn't remember. I remember laying carpet. Yeah, you're right. That's exactly what happened, dude. That's exactly what happened.
I said, you got to give me something juicy, man.
Those are good ones, dude. He would be good for that. He was around for a lot of the crazy stuff.
Right. That's why I said I know he's got something. There's actually one story that Wayne came and worked with us. Remember at the tool shop?
Oh yeah.
Therefore, for the minute, quick minute before he had meltdowns and slamming his safety goggles all over the place. Wow. But there was a story that he was telling us about. I think going to the carpet place, or you guys worked together or something. But somebody threw a bag of fucking McDonald's in somebody's face.
I don't recall that one. I mean, that was kind of more of a common thing. I think stuff like that. I can tell you lots and lots and lots of stories about those days, but I won't embarrass old Wayne. I'll keep it to good old days. Well, embarrass ourselves, embarrass both of us. I mean, we did all kinds of crazy stuff. A bunch of us. I mean, when we were younger, dude. It was crazy. I mean,
if I had some people to get on here and tell the stories that the stuff I did, people would be like, really? Yeah, really?
Yeah, it's one of them things that are left better just like they don't have brought up no more. Not only have I been through it, but I've told the story a number of times, and I'm kind of like ready to put a lot of that stuff like, whoa, like wow, some of it.
So where Wayne worked with us at the tool shop, we had moved out of there in 2007. So we're cleaning up and the base. We worked in a basement, mind you. The basement was practically empty. There's a couple miscellaneous boxes, but the walls, they had paneling 2x4s and paneling walls separating departments and shelves and all that. So I did a Slim Jim commercial. I went running through the through the paneling. I ran through the paneling. It was like step into a Slim Jim, like Randy Macho Man Savage and shit.
Nice. But no one got that on video though, did they? Nobody.
Actually, it is on cell phone somewhere. I think it's on Facebook somewhere. If I could find it, I would pull it up.
You need that.
Yeah, there's Billy. He's laughing. He knows. Yeah, somebody does have it on cell phone. It's pretty freaking hilarious. I messed myself up going through. I scraped myself up on the ribs and shit.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't let it stop me. I still kept going.
Like. Oh yeah, you're slipping into a Slim Jim. So, yeah,
if cool, I could write a book, I definitely could sit down with somebody that could tell my story for sure. That would be awesome. Are you hip to my cousin Psycho Mike?
Actually,
the wrestler, a local wrestler, he does Masters of Mayhem music and
what do you mean he does Masters of Mayhem?
Yeah, he's a DJ, like an online DJ.
Oh yeah, dude, I have heard of him, dude.
Michael Simus Doherty.
Did he have your uncle on his show? Did he play your uncle's music? Did he do something with Cursed?
Yes.
I want to say he did something with Cursed, right? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
That's where I heard of him. That's where I heard of him.
Yep.
Yeah, your uncle was telling me that he was going to be on his show to listen. And the song was going to get played there or something like that.
Yeah.
Your uncle's band's good. Yeah. That's a good band, dude. Dell's
It
band's
just
good.
they honestly don't. You know how it is. When you play your original music, it's hard to get recognized. It's way harder.
You gotta get out there and play, man, and you gotta
Yep.
ask every single person. I think that they're the kind of band that'll do it.
Yeah.
Dell will play with anybody at any time. He said it on my podcast, just like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely exposure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's number one, exposure. Yeah. You know what I mean? Word of mouth, everybody talking about it, you being on them being on your podcast, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
They're good, man. They're good band.
So, actually Joey, myself, and Hobo Nickel Barbecue had a St. Patrick's Day long stream, 12-hour stream with giveaways, and Delbert did come over and drop off 3 of his CDs, so it is out here, you know what I mean, being being listened to. So anybody else that comes along and talks about bands and stuff, I'm always plugging Cursed, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, they've definitely by far gotten the most views on my podcast, and they're like continually they get them. They don't. There's people always watching that episode. It's definitely the most popular episode by far. By far. I'm sure you might have something to do with that a little bit, but still, they're very, very popular amongst the bands that we've had on so far, and rightfully so.
Fallout too. I shared Fallout out. You know, I share all of your stuff out. Honestly,
I appreciate that.
Yeah. But I was a little disappointed with Fallout without Terry being there, man. I mean, he's the freaking front man. Like everybody knows Terry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I grew up with them. I mean, I know those guys very well. And
well, I sent it to everybody that hangs out over at Bosworth. I sent the link to them. Like, hey, you know, Fallout's going to be on the podcast. And then Terry wasn't there. You know, I was like, dang.
I heard Terry's got the COVID. I heard he's a little sick right now, so I don't know.
Bummer.
But yeah, he I would love to have them on. I'll definitely do that again where I'll have Fallout on and I'll have Spud and Terry on there. You know, it's good to have the brothers on there, and they're an important part of that band. So
yeah.
Well,
and it's a 3-piece band, so without, you know what I mean, I honestly, it works all together. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And them guys, long time, 23 years. I think they've been doing this now for. So yeah. Man, I'd like to have them back down.
Yeah.
I will.
So obviously, you know what I mean. I missed 2 appointments so far. I apologize for that, man. But we'll get there, and you know, I'll be over there on your show, and we'll get that shared out, and
yeah, for sure.
Well, hey, one suggestion is if you're doing a premiere, make sure you're in that chat bullshitting with everybody.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That keeps people engaged, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people think it's a live stream, but they don't know it's pre-recorded and being dropped at a certain time live. Yeah,
I'm definitely new to this whole thing, man. It's a learning curve, dude. It's good to have somebody that knows what the hell's going on now, because there's a lot of things that we're just kind of figuring it out, man. Just figuring it out.
Yeah. So this dude, Mr. Mega Fred Zeppelin, one of my guys from California, man, he always had a question, what your favorite band was. I'm going to ask you because you're a band guy, music guy. So I'm going to ask you, is there, or can you pick one, you know?
Probably. My favorite band most all my life since 16 was Metallica. I was especially the first 4 albums. I could say those albums are like golden to me. But that being said, I'm a huge Rush fan, and over the last like 5 to 6, 7 years, it's been Rush that's dominated my play. My streaming is always Rush. So I mean, I guess it depends on how you look at it. Metallica, early stuff, Rush, and Van Halen, another band. Oh, you're right. It's hard to pick one. It's hard to pick one. It is. I'm a big Slayer guy, you know.
I call it a mood. Whatever mood I'm in, that's what I'm listening to.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
I'm
Certain people you're around.
Yeah,
that might dictate what album you're gonna put on the record player, what CD you're gonna put in a CD player. Some of us still mess with cassettes. I know Billy over there. He loves his record player, man, and he's got tons and tons of albums, vinyl.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I
too bad half of them are Elvis, but yeah, he's got some good stuff over there.
That's all right. You know, it's funny because it's like as you get older, it is true. You become more diverse, I guess. You know, you start liking more and more and more different kinds of music. Like that band Camel Butter. I brought them on my thing. When I bring them people on my thing, I research them. I find, you know, I try to get questions that are directly towards for them and stuff. And when I researched them, I listened to all their music, and man, I started getting into that stuff. I was like, man, this stuff is like it's jazzy, but it's rocking, and I started to like it. It had no lyrics, but it's great to play when you're like doing dishes, you know, or something like that. It's great for that, man. It really is.
Ski Girlie says no winger.
No winger, man. No, dude.
How about Madwood? How about Madwood barbecue? Warrant?
No, man. Not me, man. That wasn't for me. It wasn't for me.
What about them 8-tracks?
Yeah, man. I was just actually talking about that. That was when I started off in music. That was what I was buying. You know, we had an 8-track player. Yeah. That was like that would have been like 79 or probably when I bought Kiss Alive 2. That was the first album I ever bought, and it was a double 8-track. That one was white and one was black. I'll never forget it, man. Those was still one of the greatest albums ever. Was Kiss Alive 2. I mean, there's another band that, you know, I went through the whole Kiss thing at one point years ago. Mm-hmm. Yeah, love them.
Yeah, there's a picture of me probably 1977, 77, 78. My cousin Psycho Mike would do garage shows where they'd dress up, and it would be like totally dressed up as Gene Simmons. He'd do the fire breathing and all that on top of his garage, and all the neighborhood would come and surround his fucking garage, and they're jamming music out there, and he's just fucking doing crazy shit. He came over to my house, and I had the old Kmart plastic mask with the plastic fucking outfit of Gene Simmons, and he's all painted up. I'm on his shoulders, giving the double horns, and fucking like I said, I was probably 4 years old, man.
Wow, man. No, you never forget it though.
Never. Actually the picture still floats around. You'd have to go in my pictures and probably dig, but yeah.
Dude, who's Mama Lep? Who's Mama Lep?
That's my mom.
Get out of here. Is she lying right there? Is that real?
Probably not, man. Probably not. She has all kinds of memorabilia.
No kidding, man. That's great. That would be.
My question would be: is it Hagar? Yeah, is it Hagar or David Lee Roth?
Yeah, dude, that's the only question right there. Yeah, both, and that would be like the Holy Grail.
Ultimate, yeah, right. Holy Grail of them all. But I would definitely go with the Hagar.
That's awesome, dude. That's a great thing to have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're huge blues fans, you know. Definitely was a huge Stevie Ray Vaughan fan, you know.
Yeah, man, that's great.
They've been to so many concerts, man. Hey, did you make it to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame concert in 1995, September 1st, 1995?
I do have a story for that. I can tell you.
Uh-oh.
It's not a
Nice.
great, it's not a happy
Oh,
story, but I can tell you one. I
okay.
actually worked it. I actually worked it. So what I did was my uncle was a Teamster at the time. So the Teamsters worked that thing. They unloaded their equipment and stuff. And then they had to set these things up on the field they actually created a floor on the stadium, grass. It was used at JFK Stadium like a month before that. It didn't damage the grass. But these rolls that came out, they were like 15 feet tall. And we had to just like get like 10 of us behind them and roll these things out. And we created this floor on the entire grass of the stadium, the old stadium, for people to be on so the grass didn't get destroyed. It took us a couple days to do it. But at the end, I got free fucking tickets to go to that Rock and Roll Hall of Fame show. And because I was a dick at the time and was solely into death metal, Slayer, and all that, that was it, and I was tunnel vision at the time. It was like, all that music is poser, gay, and all that stuff. I didn't see it was James Brown, the Kinks. It was, oh my God, dude.
Chuck Berry. Dude, you missed some legends, man. You missed some legends, man.
Such a horrible thing that I missed that. I'll tell you what, another show was at the Akron Rubber Bowl. It was the Monsters of Rock or something like that. Can't remember what it was called, but it was it was Metallica before Injustice for All even came out yet. It was Metallica, it was Van Halen, Scorpions, Dokken, and somebody else, I think, too. I can't remember, but I saw Metallica and I left. I didn't even see Van Halen, dude. I left. I didn't see the Scorpions or Van Halen. It was 110 degrees at that show. You can look that up. And yeah, it was rough, man. I ended up I just couldn't hang. It was too hot. I just was like, get me out. They were hosing us down and stuff. I was like, I'm done. But I'll never forget. I regret that one too. That would have been great. That would have been great.
Yeah. My story of the concert was I wasn't 21 yet. My birthday's in October. It's September. I'm right there. But, we wanted to drink at the concert. So we actually had some chick sneak in a little flask of Jack Daniels. So we all went and got Cokes, sitting there drinking Jack and Cokes and, burning. We're passing one. And sure enough, man, coming down the aisle, we look, there's about 15 to 20 Hell's Angels from all over, mostly South Carolina. They sit down a couple rows. Now they got the big 15-gallon hat, cowboy hat on, they sit down and throughout the show, they were smoking cigars. They didn't give a shit, man. They partied. That whole row partied hard. The one dude bumped the dude's hat behind him. He stands up. They all stand up. I was like, oh, it's about to go down. We had our own show inside the show. We sat there and watched the Hell's Angels because we sat at the side of the stage, so we could only see when they would come out to the front of the stage. So we missed a lot of behind the scenes. We had the jumbo screen, but still, that stadium sucked. You know what I mean? How they held concerts there through all the 70s and 80s, and I don't know. But it was
a lot different back then. People were
well, there's so many seats, you can't pick one corner to be the back. You're gonna block somebody, you know.
Yeah,
it was 80,000 people in that stadium,
It was great for football games, and that's about all, man. That's about it. It was great for football games, though. I loved watching the Browns play at that stadium.
Hey, so check it. My brother and sister had found me. They found out where I was at. They come and was like, come on, let's go back to the seats by mom and dad, because mom and dad was there. I was like, hell no, I'm fucked up, bro. I'm not even 21. I'm fucking ripped on fucking marijuana and Jack and Cokes. They want me to go back. They're way younger than me. They're like, come on, come say hi. I'm like, mm, mm, mm.
Nice.
I think I had to go buy them something to eat or something. I can't even remember, but I had to get them away from our seats. So I left and went with them. It was like, all right, you guys got to go back to your seats.
Nice. Billy asked, what's my first concert? I gotta be honest with you. I think it was Aerosmith and Ted Nugent at the Coliseum. I believe that was my first concert. It was either that or it was the Motley Crue concert with it was Motley Crue and Y&T. I remember that's who it was. I saw that one. So whichever one was first. It was either Motley Crue, Y&T, or Aerosmith with Ted Nugent. I don't know which one was first. That was my first concert. My first metal concert was Megadeth and King Diamond at Peabody's Down Under at the Flat. One of the coolest shows I ever saw ever. It was great. It was great.
Yeah, I got into the concert scene a little bit too late, and at the time, Mom had bought us tickets to New Kids on the Block.
Hey man, that's as good as Joey Fatone. I love
it. It was New Kids on the Block, SWV, and Dino.
Wow. Well,
yeah.
You got to start somewhere, dude. You got to start somewhere, man.
Hey, so that was shit. I don't know.
I haven't seen Guar.
14 or 15. And I didn't go to another concert till, like I said, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame concert. So for many years, I wasn't no concert goer, you know. Really? Missed tons of bands. There's so many bands on I have probably 100 band list of people that I wish I would have went and seen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Even if they were washed up and old and coming back for a reunion tour or a last hurrah tour, I still would have went. You know what I mean? Because
there's a lot of
obviously
them,
I missed some great music out. I left some great music out there.
There's a lot of them. Me and my girl just saw Primus. We were at the Nautica. That was the last show I saw this last summer. They did the whole Rush album for Farewell to Kings. It was a really
shit.
Yeah, it was.
I probably would have been in there. I would have been interested in it. I love Les Claypool. Yeah, you know what I mean? One of the best. I say he is the best bass player out there as far as originality goes. I mean, that's fighting Flea. You know what I mean? You know, the slap bass. You know what I mean?
I'm a Les guy. I'm a Les Claypool guy. I went through a problem. Matter of fact, the only tattoo I got on my whole body is a Primus tattoo on my leg.
No shit.
Yeah, it's the only one I got. I got it back when in the 91, I think I got it, or 92. And that's when I was going through that Primus phase, man. I was really into them big time.
Mm-hmm.
But they were great, man. That was a great freaking one bite. Everyone knows the rules. I like that. I see what's going on there, man.
True story about this. He came here and he went to Angelo's.
Yeah, I saw those.
He didn't even do a review on it.
I saw the review. He did a 6.8.
I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it because I didn't see it. He actually did the one in Little Italy, Mamacitas or something like that.
Yeah, he did.
That's the only one I seen.
Oh no, he did the one at Angelo's. He don't like that kind of pizza. He did the pan. They gave him the pan pizza. He's not going to grade that high. So I think he gave it a 6.8. I'm pretty sure it's what he gave it. Listen, man. If it's my favorite pizza. All right, like if I'm an Angelo's guy. You're an Angelo's guy, or you're not, I guess. But yeah, it's a lot of money, but I don't give a shit. I mean, like if you're gonna eat good pizza, you're gonna pay for it. Period.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
A lot of people are pizza snobs, right? So my thing is, all right, flavor, texture. You start looking at all. They still have that crispy, buttery bottom, like Pizza Hut used to have back in the 80s when you had actually a buffet in arcade games and you could go sit down. Now that Pizza Hut, that crust is what Angelo's still does to this day.
Yeah. Right. It's exactly what it is. It's great. I mean, it's my favorite pizza. Like I said, if you don't like it, you don't like it. I don't give a shit what you like. People all like their own thing, whatever. People that tell me though they like Marco's or some crap like that, I just dismiss them. I just like, well, you don't know anything about anything.
Yeah, I grew up breakdancing and freestyling.
Oh, your mom
hence
put that up.
why my knees, my hips, my back, my shoulders are all screwed up.
You did the breakdance thing, huh? So you was in that's fine. You were right at that prime time at that age. That's what I was going. I was big, man.
Well, I had the best of every genre. I had my parents rocking it out for me. I had my grandpa keeping it country. I had my cousins. You remember Ed Johns?
Yeah.
Hanging out with Ed. He's 7 years older than me, so he was in all the breakdancing stuff on 130th with Eric Oliver and the Cut Lips, Mark Heberbrand, Mark Heberbrand, Brian Lopez, Santiago. Who was the one that died that was doing the tattoos, owned the bar? Bruce Garcia.
Wow, dude, you're bringing up the names now. I know almost every one of them people you just named.
Yeah, man.
And I think they all know me.
I'm sure they do.
I'm sure we all remember each other.
Blake says he tried breakdance and mom called it a seizure. Blake plays bass.
Really? Is he local? Is he from around here? Or is he?
He's from Arkansas.
Nice.
He's from Arkansas. They actually did a show. 50,000 people, maybe 100,000 people. It was a big shindig, and they're a cover band, and they did some rocking out songs for them.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good thing to do the bass, man. You never have a hard time finding a gig. Everyone needs a bass player.
Wow, that's a lot of stuff.
With Local H, he worked on all those shows. Is what he's saying.
Yeah, whoop.
Nice.
ICP. Somebody asked if you were down with the clown earlier.
Not much.
Not much.
ICP, you mean?
Yeah.
Not really. I'm not really. Never really got into him. I honestly can say that I never was really turned on to him to be into him, to be honest with you. A lot of that stuff I was turned off to right away. A lot of it. I just saw Joey put up there. He said he wasn't a pizza snob. I was a music snob for a long time, dude. There was a lot of bands I wouldn't even consider ever listening to. And they were kind of like one of them things that I was just never gonna even give it a try. Where now I'm a lot different, obviously, but I used to not be that way. I was a snob, I guess you would say, about music. It was very tunnel-minded vision.
Yeah. So we're rolling up on an hour. We got a late start. It's 10:16. I'm gonna open up the panel. I'm gonna drop the link. Everybody's gonna come in. We're gonna stay right here, but we're gonna say our closing stuff here. You know what I mean? Promote your channel and whatever you're doing across all your social medias.
Yeah, if you want to check it out, you can on YouTube. It's the channel is Level Up Cleveland. We have a Facebook page. We have a website you can go to, which is levelupcleveland.com. On the website, you can get access all the old shows. You can see all the bands that actually come onto our, or even or if they're scheduled. We'll tell you where they're playing, what dates they're playing out. We do have some promotional videos up there for the bands that we have on, all kinds of stuff. And if you want to get on the show, there's an actual application that you fill out on the website, and you can we'll answer it. Send us an email, we'll answer it, and you'll be on the show. I mean, as long as you have some reason to be on the show, any reason. But yeah. That's about it. You can check us out on Instagram, TikTok. I think we're on everything. I don't really mess with that. We got people that do. I think we're on everything. It's all Level Up Cleveland. So
Twitter, Twitter.
I think we got a Twitter account. Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Good old tweeters. Good old tweeters.
I'm pretty sure we have everything up. I don't mess with Twitter. I'm only good with Facebook. Everything else I suck at. So that's pretty much it.
I was gonna say you got the daughter could help you out with that and stuff like that.
Daughter and Pat, the other dude, he's been heavily hands on the social media part, so it's been cool.
Yeah, we got Ski Girly coming in from Philly, PA area to see MGK this Saturday. Gonna hang out with her. Yeah, gonna hang out with her. Get to meet her. I was at her house over the summer, but she had made a trip to Jersey Shore that weekend, so I didn't get to meet her. So I get to meet her this weekend. Gonna take her to the Christmas Story house, stuff like that, you know.
Oh yeah, show her the
sights. Stop it. Yeah, stop at Raleigh Inn, you know.
Nice.
All right, guys, that's another episode of The Hot Seat. I'm glad everybody could tune in and hang out. Sorry about the little delay, but that's how live TV goes. We got it done. We had a great time. I want to thank Brian from Level Up Cleveland for being this week's guest, man. It's been a great time.
A lot of fun.
My people got to know you. So now we all be one. And yeah, man, I'll see you guys next week. Love you.
Take it easy, everybody. Thanks.